before? And the rap that so many of your detractors said was, no, it's electronics, that's all it is, and so on and so forth. Do you find that they are now believing in Depeche Mode? Or is it still a fight for you?
I think there's, you win fans all the time. The more people that we sort of win over, the more of the detractors we must be winning, I suppose. But I think there's still quite a large anti-electronic faction in America, especially. Virtually every review that we see, the day after we do a concert, mentions the fact we use tapes live, and the fact that isn't real music. Even if it's a good review, somewhere they get that in somewhere, which we've never hidden the fact. We use tapes. We haven't got a drummer. We have to use tapes. But we put the drums on tape. We put fast sequence parts on tape. I mean, we don't see the problem with that.
And those, I think, that think perhaps Depeche Mode is what would be an appropriate word, sort of still stinted, as it were, should see your live show, because there's a lot of action there.
I mean, that's one thing that really sort of gets on our nerves, because someone comes along to the concert, they may not like it personally, but they forget to, they always omit the fact that there were I don't know how many thousand people there, all really enjoying themselves, into it from the moment the first beat of the set to the last beat of the set, singing and dancing, and it's like a really I think it is really a special event. They always forget to mention that part of it.
Yeah.
It was all on tape. That's all they put.
Is it still always a fight, Martin, for you guys, or do you even look at that from that aspect anymore? Sort of a fight to win over these so-called, as you say, they have to mention, they have to get the shots in.
I mean, I think it's similar to the radio situation where it's taken 10 years to finally sort of sway people's opinion on different kinds of music. I think a lot of the journalists are still old school. They've been doing it for 10, 15 years, and I think it's going to take a few years to a lot of younger journalists come through with sort of a more up-to-date approach.
Your latest single is Policy of Truth. What can you tell me about it?
Well, funnily enough, it was the song that we had the most trouble recording on the whole album. We recorded it actually twice, totally different versions, and we had really a lot of trouble recording it because we felt that it was the song out of all of them that sounded too much like Depeche Mode. It didn't matter what we did to it, it ended up sounding like us. But although that sounds sounds stupid, but it just sounded too much like us. No surprises or anything.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But in the end, it was we all really liked the result of it, and now it's a single.